Welcome to Santos Brothers Eats.
Food worth mentioning. All right.
Of course it is, yes.
All right. So let's get this started. We are, we are Santos Brothers, Jeff and Ken, Chef Jeff, and I'm Kenny. And we're going to be talking about the food that is worth mentioning, the food that we decided to eat this week that we want to share with you, at least share verbally with you. And Jeff, we went to two different, well, actually not we, but you went to a burger place this week, and you also got some donuts at another place. We're going to talk about the burgers first. What was the burgers place called?
The burgers place was called Burgers Priest. It's a Canadian founded company. However, the founder, Shant, and I'm not going to mispronounce his last name, but we'll put that in our notes. He was actually born in California, but he came to Toronto to go to seminary school. But his nose led him another direction, and he opened up Burgers Priest instead.
There's a billion and one different burgers places, right? Mm-hmm. What makes Burgers Priest unique?
Well, Burgers Priest, again, is a smaller, independent business, small business, but they believe in more quality over quantity. So they make sure you have fresh meat, not frozen meat for their burgers. And they always have fresh cut French fries, not frozen French fries that you would find at the other fast food locations. Burgers Priest has been around for a while, but I sort of know them. My wife, and I guess Ken knows them a lot previous years, because back in 2017, which was Canada's 150th celebration as a country, Burgers Priest ran a contest. And basically, one of the winners of the contest, I think there were 5 or 10 winners, maybe more, of that contest would win 52 burger tokens. So basically, you could have a burger a week, or you could have all 52 burgers in 1 week. You could share with your friends. And I was one of the fortunate ones to win 52 burger tokens for that year. And I'm sure I must have shared at least 1 or 2 with you, Ken. I'm sure I did.
Oh, yeah. You actually, because there was an expiration date on those tokens. I believe it's probably a year.
Oh, there was, yes.
So I remember that, we went out, when we go out, we decided, we're going to go to Burgers Priest. You'd make sure to bring some of those tokens with you so that we wouldn't have to worry about, what we're going to buy. And those were only for the burgers. Like if you want to have a drink or a side, you have to pay for that. But you at least get the burger part. Yeah. And that was great.
Plus it's per burger. So that means I could still give them 2 tokens and I get a double burger.
Yes.
But the cheese was extra and everything else.
Absolutely. So if you wanted to have one of their more fancier burgers, then it would be prorated. Like you'd get it would cost less if you gave them the token. And so it would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And so you had 52 of these and you shared them with a lot of people, which
was
very generous of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like Burgers Priest. And again, as Jeff said earlier on, this place, it's really about quality. It's not about specialty in terms of, you're going to get a burger that's loaded with bacon or a burger that has 4 patties or something like that. It's not like, one of those super duper burger places. This is all about the really, really good quality. But the cool thing about this is that if you're one of those people that likes to have something special on their burger, like me and Jeff, we love to have sunny side up eggs on our burger. I don't know if Burgers Priest offers that, but if you wanted something extra, whether it's bacon or something special, they do have a secret menu that allows you to do that.
Yes, there is. The regular menu has some good stuff in there. And because they're called Burgers Priest, some of their items are sort of in the religious fashion. For example, a double burger that looks like a Big Mac is called the High Priest. There's one called Vatican City. That's actually one of my favorites. It's a burger, but it's in between. Instead of buns, they use 2 grilled cheese sandwiches. And I know Ken and I have experimented that a couple of summers ago, but instead of buns, 2 grilled cheese sandwiches. And that's just beautiful.
Me and Jeff, we are, we love our good quality burgers, but we also love those special burgers, like a burger that, instead of a bun, we're going to have 2 grilled cheese sandwiches, in place. We actually have videos of us making that on our YouTube channel called Santos Brothers.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, and we'll have whether it's grilled cheese sandwiches with the bun in between. We'll put a sunny side up egg on top, and there's videos of us sharing that and experiencing that. So if you want to have a peek at that, we'll leave a note. We'll leave that in the link in the description of the video for those burgers. And then so we talked about a little bit about how it is kind of religious based, just hence the name Burgers Priest, and we have items called the Vatican and whatnot. You had the pleasure of eating there this week. What did you have?
Diana and I just basically had the 2 cheeseburgers. Sorry,
Okay.
I had a cheeseburger. I apologize. But Diana is a blue cheese fan. Me, not so much. I don't mind some mild blue cheese, like maybe the Italian one. But Diana likes a full-on blue cheese. But she had the one that's called Blue Steel. So it's basically a burger with blue cheese on it. And we discussed this before, because she is gluten intolerant, instead of having buns, she made hers more into like a lettuce wrap. So again, Burgers Priest is more forward in thinking. And they know people have different eating habits, either by allergies or by religion. So instead of buns, they do have an offering of a lettuce wrap instead.
That's great.
But for me, I just had a regular cheeseburger, but it was still delicious. Pickles, ketchup, mayo, relish, and that's all I need for my burger.
So I want to really reiterate this again. Like Jeff said, I just had a cheeseburger. If you're looking for just a really good quality burger, even if you just get a hamburger or a cheeseburger, Burgers Priest, you're going to be very satisfied with that meal. Like, this is not one of those places where you need to put on extra bacon or extra cheese or put on another patty or do something very special. But if you wanted to do something like that, you certainly can. Burgers Priest, they offer burgers, they offer hot dogs, they offer fries.
They have chicken, and also veggie burgers. So again, they're forward thinking, so they have like plant-based burgers as well.
And yeah, that is new to me. Like, I was actually looking at their menu the other day, and they do have a veggie patty. Before the veggie patty, they have another patty that is called the Option. And the Option is a portobello mushroom cap that's stuffed with cheese that is breaded and deep fried.
Wow.
And I promise you, like, when I go to Burgers Priest, that is what I get. I get the vegetarian option. And if you try it, I'll be very surprised if you don't like it. That is one of those burgers. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm gonna give that burger like a 10 out of 10. Like,
nice.
You put cheese, tomato, whatever you want on that, but it is so flavorful. Like, I'm just thinking about, I'd rather have that more than, just a regular patty,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and again, it's a portobello mushroom cap stuffed with cheese that's breaded and deep fried. Man, you always think that the vegetarian option is more healthy. I don't know if this one is, hence the deep fry. But
actually, that reminds me of that episode of Friends when they did a flashback, and one of the flashback scenarios was when Monica dated Joey, and Joey came out larger than usual, and Monica says, "Well, I made your favorite." Joey right away goes, deep fried and stuffed with cheese, right? She goes, "That's right."
Nice.
That's it. That's everything right there. That's it all right there.
And so, as far as regular items go, how much would that cost someone?
Because it is fresh meat and all fresh ingredients, their burgers usually range around $8, just from the base burger. And then, of course, when you want to add in like a double patty or bacon, then it goes up maybe to the $11 to maybe $15 range. But again, it's more quality than quantity, and you get what you pay for.
And you know what? If you have an $8 cheeseburger, you're not going to be hungry afterwards. Like, I'd be very surprised if you're hungry. You have that with some of those fresh cut fries. I'd be very surprised if you're still hungry after that. This isn't like, the place with the clown or the crown where, you get a burger for like less than $2 off the value menu. These are really, really high quality. Yeah. And then if you want to access that special menu, is there a special way? Like, I can't even remember now.
I think you just go online, and as long as you know what the special menu is and you just tell them, then they know right away. They won't ask you for a secret handshake or a code word. You just give them secret. Like I know one of them is called Judgment Day, Armageddon. Holy Smoke, for example, is a double cheeseburger topped with panko-crusted, deep-fried jalapenos. So that will surely give you some Holy Smoke. if not anything else
Nice
anymore.
one. Nice one. So all the
Yeah.
stuff on the special menu or that secret menu, like there are burgers on there that do have, like I remember I saw a burger that had the option and it had the regular patty. It might have two
Yeah.
of each, right? I don't know if it had two of
Oh
each. That's
yeah.
like 4 patties. I mean, so
That's four
you want
patties.
something funky like that, it is available, but that's not necessary because you can get, just like Jeff had just this last week, he had the regular cheeseburger and he was super satisfied with that.
Oh yeah.
As far as a rating on a burger, what would you give it, you think?
Um, I think 9 out of 10. Again, it's good quality burger. And because we're during pandemic, they offer curbside service. We ordered online, and it does take longer than usual because it's freshly made per customer. But when the person came out, she was fully dressed in the face shield, rubber gloves, face mask, and she handed to me and says, "Enjoy your dinner," and then and then we went our way, and then she went back in the restaurant. So again, it's another restaurant, adhering to the safety protocols that we live in during these days.
So very good. Yeah, very important, especially during these times. We got to not only support locally, just like Jeff is doing, but also do so responsibly so that we don't get the virus and we don't spread the virus. Very important that happens. And of course, we want to support those restaurants and all of the businesses that are adhering to that as well. Because, if we don't do that, if we don't support them, they may not be around when it's time to open back up again. I do like Burgers Priest. Whenever I get to go there, I enjoy that. And usually when I go, again, I get the option because that patty is spectacular. I am open to trying their veggie patty. They have kind of like the Beyond Meat. I don't know if it's actual Beyond Meat, if it's that company, but it's that sort of style where they're trying to taste like meat, but it's a burger.
Actually, to be honest, now that you described the option, I might have that next time I go there. Deep fried in cheese. It's beautiful. That's all I need.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Mm-hmm. My mouth is salivating already.
Exactly. Yeah. So that definitely is food worth mentioning. Definitely. And I just want to mention this. We got a chef, a trained chef that has a basic burger, and he's giving it a 9 out of 10. This is a place that you want to visit. And of course, we'll leave all of the information on in the show notes. And then we're going to be talking about a little bit of dessert next, aren't we, Jeff?
Yes, we are. So the other place that I went to this week is called San Remo Doughnuts, Bakery and Donuts. Their official name is San Remo Bakery and Cafe. So they do donuts, they do cakes, and they're Italian. So they also do Italian desserts like tiramisu, cannolis, and when they also offer hot entrees. So like lasagnas, pizzas, veal scallopini, a whole range of items. And they also include like a small grocery. So if you want some sliced deli meat, prosciutto, mortadella, cheeses, and they have a cafe, so they have their own coffee beans. They're almost a one-stop shop to go to get anything to eat. It's just amazing there.
Wow. You know what? I did not know that. I just thought it was a place that sells donuts. I had no idea that they offered hot entrees. Have you eaten any of the hot food there?
I have. I'm actually very partial to ribs, especially beef ribs. And on Saturdays, they offer beef ribs as part of their luncheon special. But you have to go there early because they will run out. I like barbecue beef ribs, but they're more on the Italian side where they offer it in tomato sauce, but it's still a nice hearty portion. Nice beef rib and tomato sauce. Last time we went there, I know Diana had, I believe, the margherita pizza, just a basic pizza, and then a salad. But like I said, they offer scallopini, they offer pastas, dishes. Oh, and something that you like, Ken, sandwiches. Like a lot of various sandwiches. They're already made, so there's if you name a sandwich, I'm pretty sure that it's there because they have their own deli on the other side of the building. So whatever you want, it's there. It's fresh, and a lot of tomatoes, of course. Yeah, they offer everything. I said so.
Oh yeah, I
Beautiful.
love like a big old whether you call it a hoagie or a submarine sandwich or a
Hmm.
poor boy or whatever you want to call it, but you get a nice sandwich with some good whether it's Italian crusty bread and you just load
Yeah.
it up with a bunch of salami. I was thinking about that just this morning. I was like, I would salami and pepperoni or ham or whatever,
Yeah.
mortadella, anything. You just load that up, and I love a good sandwich
Yeah.
like that. But I got to try out San Remo's for some of their
Yeah.
savory stuff.
Exactly right.
I've always known them for donuts, and then
Hmm.
I do know that they do. I did know that they make cakes and stuff. So I know that you picked up some donuts. Tell us a little bit about them.
So the donuts we picked up for Mother's Day Mother's Day and Easter was the mini egg donut. So basically, like the Cadbury mini eggs, and again, everything's freshly made there at San Remo. So make the donuts, and they fill it with this sort of cream egg mascarpone mix. Then they powder sugar, a little more of icing on top, and then a mini egg on top, and a little chocolate drizzle, just top it off. And it's not as sweet as you think it would be, but that's good though. It has that sort of nice mellow, just a tad sweetness flavor, but the cream inside is like chock full of cream. So you get it's a good portion that they have in there. And the second donut, other donut I got was to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, was what they call their churro dulce de leche donut. So it's basically a donut, this time with a hole in the middle. So basic donut shape. On the top was a dulce de leche, which means many milks or three milks, or tres leches, three milks. Dulce de leche means like sweet milk, icing or drizzle on top. And then they make mini churros, and they sort of form it into like a U, and they put it in the middle of the donut.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So
and then dust it with cinnamon sugar. That's right. And then lastly, we got one of our favorites, the maple bacon donut. I think they were one of the first ones to do it in Toronto years ago. But basically, it's maple icing on a basic donut, and they cook bacon, real bacon, and put a good amount on top of the donut. It was my son's birthday, Dylan, Ken's nephew. So we went to Barrie, which is about an hour away from Toronto, and we brought him these donuts as a birthday gift. And then we gave his mom and his grandma the mini egg donuts as a Mother's Day gift.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's one of our go-to donuts all the time when we go there.
Excellent. And of course, I know it goes without saying, but we want to make sure we express this, is that when Jeff delivered those gifts to his nephew, to his son, my nephew, and to, his mother, to their practice social distancing. This is very, very important. So all that, practice social distancing. And so, and then, Oh, tell us before you go on. Let's tell us what you'd rate the donuts out of 10.
Oh, to be honest, I give their donuts 10 out of 10 all the time.
Okay.
Because they're made fresh as soon as they can. Like when San Remo opens and you have a chance to go there on the weekends, it's just madness. And they're going through donuts, they're going through pastries like you wouldn't believe. Like it's one of those systems where you take a number, and even though you're waiting for 20 minutes and you're hoping that your donut doesn't disappear, more than likely your donut will still be there because they're still making fresh donuts all the time.
So 10 out of 10. And then let's say you would get a donut from a place that sells coffee and donuts that you'd go through a drive-through. How much would you rate, let's say, a basic donut from there, just to set the bar?
I set the bar. I give it like maybe 4 or 5.
All right, so you get an old-fashioned glaze at another place would be like a 4, but then San Remo's every time is a 10. Is that right?
Yeah, because those places, they used to make part of their donuts fresh on each site, but now they're made centrally at a different location, and they're shipped frozen out to the various locations, and they're baked again. So they're not fresh.
And and let's protect them a little bit or be on their side. We're not expecting them to have a 10 out of 10 donut. We just want to put that as setting the bar of like, okay, I do like the chocolate glazed at either Tim Hortons or Dunkin' Donuts or wherever you happen to go. But if you want a special donut, or a really good 10 out of 10 donut, go to a place like San Remo. And then how much would a donut there be?
Again, you're paying for quality, not quantity. So they're basic. So the maple bacon donut is considered like a basic donut. So that's at least $3 each. Whereas the Cinco de Mayo and the cream-filled donut are more like $4 to $5.
Okay.
So but
3 to
again,
5
freshness,
bucks.
quality ingredients, and that's what you need.
Excellent. Yeah, $3 to $5. You know what's interesting about San Remo is that when I've had their donuts, I've never had a fresh donut from them. Like it's always like at least a day old, and they're good, but I'm not like super excited about their donuts. Like when I see that, like when you're on social media and you're on there and I see, oh, Jeff got donuts, I'm happy for you, but I'm not like, oh man, but obviously my opinion is in the minority if this place is crowded and it's tough getting donuts like in the morning.
So it is.
Yeah. So this isn't like going to Krispy Kreme. Okay. These are really special donuts that, what a professional chef is giving them a 10 out of 10 on. So you want to go try them. Is there only one location or they got a bunch of them?
No, there's only one location.
Gotcha.
So that's why there's madness. And because during this time, they had to close their doors down for about 2 weeks, but then they can slowly open up curbside or delivery. And that's what they did about 3 weekends ago.
Nice.
Unfortunately, their ordering system, they just got so much traffic. The first weekend they crashed. The second weekend, I was one of the lucky ones that got an order in smoothly because I ordered the products I wanted and I was done. But then I was reading online on their Facebook that some people had a lot of problems. This past weekend for ordering, it seems like everything went smoothly. They said
wait a second.
No problems
You
at all.
pre-ordered, didn't you? Didn't you like order something for like the next week or something?
I did, yeah. I did. So that's how busy and the demand for San Remo is.
So I really want you guys to think about this, is that we're talking about this place is so special that when they were closed, people were wanting to order. When they finally ordered online, the system kept crashing for the first week. And then even when before this all started, even to get in, you'd have to go and take a number and wait 20 minutes to even see if you can get the donuts. You probably will get them, but you don't even know for sure because the donuts they have, there's a limited supply. And the place obviously super popular, and Jeff gives them a 10 out of 10. Not only did you get donuts there, what else did you pick up?
Oh, I picked up a strawberry shortcake for our mom for Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And like Ken said, we brought it out to the house and we shared that on Mother's Day. Good quality cake. A lot of whipped cream I found though, like almost too much for me. But good fresh strawberries were inside.
Oh, let me talk about this cake for a moment here. Is that strawberry shortcake? I'm one of those guys that just eats everything, just like Jeff. We just eat whatever. Like, if it's there, we're probably going to eat it. We're probably going to finish it. If it's in front of us, we're probably going to like it. Mm-hmm. And I didn't, when we were eating with my mother, again, we're practicing social distancing and all that stuff. I decided not to have any of the cake. I just wasn't in the mood for it. And I'm not a San Remo super fan. So I was like, if they like the cake, they can have it because they really enjoy it. But I had that cake later on that day. And I was so impressed with this cake.
Oh,
it was
awesome.
So moist. Maybe it was because it was sitting for a little bit because all the strawberries, like the juices came out and really soaked into the cake and the whipped cream kind of just really mixed in there. It was so moist and so juicy. It was so good. Like I was very, very impressed with that. I almost it was late when I ended having, I almost texted you and said, this cake's awesome. Like I almost told you, nice. And I thought, well, I'm going to be talking to you about it in my podcast today, but super awesome cake. Not only does it look good, which is important, but it tastes absolutely spectacular.
Yeah.
And so, great. And then I give that cake, honestly, even though it's not a chocolate cake, most people, if you're going to give a cake a 10 out of 10, it's got to be chocolate. This cake, to me, gets a 10 out of 10. I don't know if Jeff's going to put it that high just because he said there's too much whipped cream. I don't know. What would you rate the cake as?
I give it like 9 out of 10. But that's personal. Again, for me, there was a bit too much whipped cream in there. Like I prefer more cake than cream myself.
Yeah. Okay. So you want more cake than cream. I wouldn't say this cake was either overly sweet or anything like that. And
no.
Would definitely get that. How much does a cake run at a place like that?
Oh, that was, I believe, I think $13. I could be wrong. Maybe. Hopefully, I'm not undercharging them too much. I
was expecting you to say $30. Like I really thought that that cake.
You know what? I apologize. Maybe it is $26 because for the curbside it was minimum $50. So that makes sense. If the cake was half that, and the donuts I bought, yeah, so that makes sense. Around the $25 mark.
Okay, that makes more sense. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if a cake like that was $30. Like that's like a that's a high quality cake. Very
It
very
is.
good.
It is. And like again, I mentioned curbside. Like the ordering system went very well, and their curbside was even more proficient. So after you do your delivery, your order, they would email you the receipt and your order again. And then the morning of the day that you're going to pick up, they text you to confirm your delivery time. And they say, when you get to the location, please text us back with your name, order number, and your car description. And they actually have some predetermined parking spots where they are, or at least park somewhere close by. So whoever's going to deliver your items is safe. And I'm a person that likes to be places early. And I luckily got the first parking spot, and I followed the instructions. And as soon as I texted them, within 5 minutes, and after you text them, they say, open your trunk, because again, it's social distancing, they want to keep safe. Within 5 minutes, I guess one of the brothers, Ed Bozo, or it could be Mark, one of the Bozo brothers, that's the family name. I saw him come out, and he had a nice big box with my name on it. And he goes, are you Jeff? I went, yeah, that's me. All right, put it in the trunk. And he put it in my trunk, and then he waved by. And as soon as he left, I walked over, closed the trunk, and off I went. And it was that simple.
Yeah. So this curbside, that is like it almost sounds like VIP service. I mean, like you're going in there, they tell you to open the trunk, they put it in the trunk for you. Did they do that? Like we're going back in time. Did they do that for Burgers Priest, or did they hand it to you? Like what did they do?
They handed it to me.
Yeah,
they handed it to me.
And that's what I would expect. I expect them to hand it to you, but San Remo just brings it up to the next level. Just a little bit more of social distancing, like virtual, just contactless, basically, right? It went into the trunk, and that was it.
That was it.
And you didn't have to open it for them. You probably weren't within 10 feet of that guy at any given time. So
no, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah. Well, maybe through a closed car door, but that's it.
Yeah.
So
that was it. Nothing else.
Spectacular. So we talked about fabulous burgers at Burgers Priest. I hope after my description of it that you guys are going to go out there and try the option. But if you don't try the option, portobello mushroom caps stuffed with cheese, deep fried and breaded. If you don't try that, it's so good. If you don't try that, and you ended up getting one of their beef patties, I'd be very surprised if you're not satisfied with one of those. And of course, you want some great dessert pieces. You want to go to San Remo. You got to pre-order it nowadays, because if you just show up, I'm not sure if you're going to get served. You got to pre-order, and then even just try one of their signature donuts, which is the maple bacon. Probably one of their top sellers. Again,
actually, the lemon meringue is a close second for me.
Okay.
The lemon filling and then the meringue on top. Oh, it's just like eating lemon meringue pie.
That sounds delicious.
Oh, it is.
See, what I got to do is I gotta try these donuts when they're fresh, because I always have them. I usually have them from you, and I just don't have them the same day. This is the way. That's how it worked out.
That's true.
So I got to try them. And as Jeff knows, lemon meringue is one of my favorite flavors. So I got to try these one of these days. But those are the two things that we thought was food worth mentioning this week. And you know what we look forward to next week? We're going to talk about more food that we think is worth mentioning.
Okay. Until next time, remember this quote from Julia Child. People who love to eat are always the best people.
And that includes my brother, Chef Jeff, his brother, me, Kenny, and you too, if you love to eat food that is worth mentioning. All right. Thanks a lot, everyone.
All right. Take care. Have a good day.
Have a great day. Goodbye. How was that, Jeff?
It was good.
You've been listening to Santos Brothers Eat.
Food worth mentioning.